What is up, YouTube? JankyYGO here. My name is Michael, and we have a lot of cards to jump. We have a lot of new cards to talk about, so we're just gonna jump right into it and waste no time. The first card we're gonna talk about is a new Raviel, Lord of Phantasm, Heaven Crushing Fist, probably gonna be called Shimmering Scrapper. It's a level 10 Dark Fiend with 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense, like the last one. Its first and second effects can only be used once per turn each. Sorry, I'm sick. I'm trying to fight off my coughs. Quick effect. You can discard this card, target one Raviel, Lord of Phantasm you control for the rest of the turn. Its attack is doubled. You can only it can attack all your opponent's monsters once each. Second effect is if this card is in your graveyard, you contribute one monster. Add this card your hand. I forgot to mention that how you summon this thing is if it's in your hand, you contribute any three monsters. They do not have to be fiends. This is a strict upgrade from Raviel, and also with the Dark Summoning Beast, you just tribute it and summon Raviel. I think the Dark Summoning Beast doesn't allow you to inflict battle damage, so you don't do that. This card's probably the best Sacred Beast. Like, this one and Haman are still probably the best, and hopefully we get a new Haman. Next up, Dark Beckoning Beast, which is a level 2 Dark Fiend effect monster. 0 attack, 0 defense. You can use only the first effect once per turn. This card is a normal summon. You can add 1 Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, 1 Haman, 1 Raviel, or a card that specifically lists the names except for itself. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Fiend with 0 attack, 0 defense. In addition to your normal summon or set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. This can normal summon, or you normal summon this, you search out Dark Summoning Beast, you tribute this for Dark Summoning Beast, and you tribute Dark Summoning Beast to throw out one of your Sacred Beasts. That's the whole idea behind this card. Now, you don't have to rely on getting Stygian Street Patrol and all that stuff into the graveyard. So, great card for the deck. Okay. Next up is Lightning Strike of Paradise Lost. It's Devil Be Cerulean Skyfire. Two. Okay, so to special summon Haman, you can send face down spell and trap cards instead of face up ones in the combination. Once per turn, you can activate if your opponent activates spell or trap card or effect that resolves while you control an attack position Haman. You can negate the effect, then change Haman to defense. And then if Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, Haman, or Raviel are sent, you control leaves the field. You take no damage for the rest of the turn. This card I do not like, and I don't like it because it specifically is where for Haman. Even though personally Haman is my favorite, but with the way that they're pushing it, and at least this wave of support that we're getting, I know this is a structure deck, so we'll probably get more. But with Raviel might be the best just because you can OTK a lot harder. Next up is Hyperblaze. Continuous trap card. Special summon Uriah. You can use face down traps instead of face up ones. When an attack is declared involving your Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames, you send a trap to your hand or deck to the graveyard. If its attack becomes 1,000 times the number of traps for the rest of the turn. Once per turn, you can target one card, take one Uriah, Haman, blah blah. Raviel, one your Sacred Beast from your graveyard. You can either add it to your hand, special summon it, ignoring summoning conditions. The first two effects aren't good because Uriah is by far the worst. But the last one, once per turn, you just discard a card, get a Uriah, and then special summon one of these. Great. Really, actually, like, I think that this card is going to be like a 3 of in the deck just because of the fact that it's a Call of the Haunted, and it's a once per turn Call of the Haunted too, so you can keep summoning them from your graveyard back. Dark Summoning Beast reprint, Fallen Paradise reprint, uh, Phantasm Martyrs reprint, Phantasm Emperor Trilog reprint, and then Phantasm Tokens. Alright, whatever. Or what's next? Next up is Gaia the Fierce Knight is getting a new getting more support. So that's pretty cool. I know Gaia is a fan favorite like monster because Yugi used it in the anime. First up, Gaia the Magical Knight. It's a level 7 light warrior effect monster, 2300 attack, 2100 defense. This card is always treated as a Gaia the Fierce Knight card. Its second effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, if you control no monsters, or if your opponent controls a level 3 or not level 3, a monster with 2300 or more attack, you can normal summon this card without tribute. If this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 5 dragon monster from your hand or graveyard in face or in defense position. This card's great. It's a +1. It's a +1. It summons itself. Just straight up, this card is just fantastic all around. You're going first. I mean, you're not going to want to go first, but if you're going first, you can just normal summon this and get a free dragon from your hand that's level 5, or you play Foolish Burial in the deck, and you're probably going to, just so you can send the dragons and all that. Also, if you're going second, you can still just normal summon this if you control no monsters, which is great, and it allows you to just go +1. So yeah, good card overall. Cursed Dragon, Curse of Dragon. That's a redundant name. The level 5 Dark Dragon effect monster with 2000 attack, 1500 defense. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. If this is normal or special summon, add one spell or trap card that specifically lists Gaia Dragon Champion in its text from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Gaia the Dragon Champion you control, and negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls, and have the attack that have attack less than or equal to that monster's. So the idea is you summon this card right here, and special summon this one, and then you get to add a spell or trap card, and then you either link summon them away, or fusion summon, because I know that the Gaia deck is a fusion deck. You also get a big fat, or you also get to negate everything on their field, which is great. Next up, Bombarding Catapult Turtle. It's a level 4 light aqua effect monster with 1000 attack, 2000 defense. You only use this card's name once per turn. Tribute one monster, special summon one Gaia the Fierce Knight or level 5 dragon monster from your hand or deck. You can tribute something else too, which is something to point out. If you have let's say this Curse of Dragon in your graveyard, you can tribute this, summon Gaia the Magical Knight, and then get this, and then you just went +1. So yeah, you can tribute this, special summon Gaia the Magical Knight from your deck, and then special summon Curse of Dragon from your graveyard, and then add a spell or trap, and it's so much card advantage right there, which is great. I think this deck so far is really, really good in terms of like what it can do. It can just OTK your opponent, and sometimes that's enough. Just being able to like dish out damage, or at least it's throwing out monsters. And I've seen the fusion that we're going to talk about in a little bit. No, I couldn't hold it back. I apologize. But yeah, next up, Soldier Gaia the Fierce Knight. The Dark level 8, 2600 attack, 2100 defense. Its first effect is a hard once per turn. Quick effect, you can tribute one, or you can only use each effect once per turn. Quick effect, tribute one Dragon Fusion monster, special summon this card. If this card is special summon, you can target one attack position monster on the field, change that monster's battle, or change it to defense position. If you contribute this card to target or add a warrior, except for itself. I level 7 higher warrior. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I watched Capital G's video on this, and I know he said this card is awful and he hates it. I see one application for it, and it's still not very good. But I understand why it's in the deck, and I'll talk about it once we talk about the fusion. The fusion is Gaia, the Magical Dragon Champion. It's Gaia the Fierce Knight and a level 5 dragon. And then it requires, or second and third effect can only be used once per turn. All cards in your monster zone is treated as Gaia the Dragon Champion. During your main phase, quick effect. Target one other card on the field. This card loses 2600 attack. Destroy it. If it does, destroy the target. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can have it gain 2600 attack. So it gets bigger, and then you can pop stuff. So the application for this is during the main phase. Let's say you're forced to go first, like your opponent's like, you go first. You can summon this, right? They summon something, you destroy it, and then if they like go to attack over this, you tribute summon this, or you tribute this at instant speed or quick speed. Use its quick effect, its first effect. Tribute special summon it and move the monster to defense. So yeah. And the fact it just keeps gaining more attack too. Pretty neat. So the field spell. If you control Gaia, the Dragon Champion, your opponent cannot target it for card effects or effects during the battle phase. Okay, so they can't activate cards or effects during the battle phase. Second effect. You can only activate one of these, reveal a Gaia, add a level 5, or you can reveal a level 5 dragon and add a Gaia the Fierce Knight monster. This card's great for the deck, and it's gonna probably this might rely on the field spell, or this deck might end up relying on the field spell a little bit, which isn't as good as it used to be. Now that we've lost, we don't have terraforming and metaverse and all that stuff. However, it's still a staple, and you're still gonna play 3 of it, and probably the one terraforming. And I think terraforming's still at 1, right? Anyway, yeah, you're still gonna play this card because this card's still great. Spiral Fusion, normal spell card fusion. Dang, fusion 1 Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or control as material. A Gaia the Dragon Champion summoned this way gains 2600 attack and can make up to 2 attacks against monsters during each battle phase. So, what you do is, here's the combo, okay? You get this in the graveyard, or in your hand, it don't matter. Next up, you summon Catapult Turtle, the new Catapult Turtle. You summon it, you tribute the Catapult Turtle. You summon this. You summon the Magical Knight. You special summon Cursed Dragon. Cursed Dragon as the spell card. You use as the fusion card. Use the fusion card. Negate all your opponent's monsters with the dragon. Cursed Dragon. The fusion card is going to give this 2600 attack and can attack up to 2 monsters, or can attack twice on monsters. You attack the first, so it'll have 5200. After the first attack, it'll go from 52 to 78. You attack again, and it'll go from 78 to 10,400, and then you can just And then during the second main phase, destroy whatever card they have left if they're not dead. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Next up, Spiral Discharge. Continuous. Trap card. You can only use this card's second effect per turn. You control Gaia and your monsters, and your opponent cannot target other monsters you control for attack except for Gaia the Dragon Champion. When an attack is declared involving Gaia the Dragon Champion, you target one field card on the field and destroy it. It is not worth playing. That's it. Next up, Spiral Reborn. You can only activate this card once per turn. Target 1, level 7 or lower dragon monster in your graveyard. Special summon Gaia the Dragon Champion. Special summon play cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects, period. That does not say till end of turn, so as long as it's summoned by it, it's just constantly out. Yeah. And last but not least, we got Rise of the Duelist theme support. So, first up, Nemesys Keystone. Nemesys Keystone, Rock, Earth, Effect Monster, level 1, 700 attack, 0 defense. You can target one of your banished monsters except for Nemesys Keystone. Special summon this card, and if you do, shuffle the target in the deck. During the end phase, if this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, you can add it to your hand. I don't know what the Nemesys do. Those came out when I wasn't paying attention to Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm assuming that they banish things. This card could be neat. That's this card may be good for the deck. This card may be bad for the deck. I don't know. I don't know what Nemesys do. Next up, Megalith Full. It's level 2, Rock Earth Ritual Monster with 500 attack, 2000 defense. You get to summon this card with any Megalith card. Card ritual summon, you can target one ritual monster in your graveyard. This card's level becomes that monster's level, then add the target to the hand. During the main phase quick effect, you can ritual summon one Megalith monster from your hand deck by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose level is equal or exceed it. Same normal Megalith stuff. I don't know what the deck does because the deck does a whole lot of nothing from every time I've ever played against it. It goes through its motions and it looks like it's going to do something and it ends on like two things that don't do anything. So, I mean, it's a ritual deck. I know that much. Like I said, it doesn't do a lot, but at least this one you get to add back a ritual monster from your hand, and its level becomes it. So you just tribute this to summon out another one. Next up, Ancient Warrior Allies. A new Ancient Warrior Allies Link monster. It's a Wind Beast Warrior Link effect with its arrows are bottom left and bottom right with 1100 attack. 2 Beast Warrior monsters, including a Wind Ancient Warrior monster. If this card is Link summoned, you can add one Ancient Warriors card from your deck to your hand. Second, Ancient Warrior monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Third, quick effect. Send one card from your hand or graveyard to the field. Target one face-up card your opponent controls. Return to the hand. This is going to be a staple in the deck. I don't know what else the deck does. What the deck does, but all I need to see is this right here, and you've convinced me that it's good enough to see play. Because it adds, it buffs, and if they want to be in the graveyard, this effect is pure upside. Third effect is pure upside. Next is the field spell. Magalennica, the Deep City card is always treated as Yumi. It's a spell card. It's a spell field spell. It's a field spell. It's activated. You can place one water monster from your deck from your deck to the top of your deck. Once returned, you can target one water monster you control, increase its level by 1 or 2 until the end of turn. 3. Once per turn, if you special summon a water synchro monster during your main phase, you can look at your opponent's hand. If you banish one face up one card from it face up until the end phase. This card doesn't seem very good to me. I'll be perfectly honest. This card don't seem very good. Placing the water on top isn't good. Uh, Increasing its level by 1 or 2 is pretty niche. Uh, and this effect, I mean, it's a good effect, but like you get it back immediately instead of just taking it away till like Omega, how it came back during your next standby phase. That's when, if it said that, I'd be like, oh cool, now every water synchro monster you summon is gonna be, or during your main phase, is gonna be an Omega. But nah, I don't like this card. This card's awful. Next up, Ancient Warrior Saga. Southeast Winds. To continue spell card, send this card to the graveyard during your second standby phase after its activation. Once per turn, toss a coin once. And if the result is heads, send this to the graveyard. Okay. If this card is sent to the graveyard, or sent the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, you can activate this effect for the rest of the turn. Ancient Warrior effect monsters. Okay, so all Ancient Warrior effect monsters gain the following effect. When this card declares an attack, you can destroy one card your opponent controls. Oh, so you want it dead. Oh. I don't. This card is really weird. That's all I'm gonna say. Is this card's really weird. It works perfectly with this. You activate it, and if you have Ancient Warrior allies, Shang Long, I'm assuming that's what it is. The Link monster. Then you send this, bounce, I don't know, back row, and then all your things, when they attack, they destroy a card before your opponent really gets a chance to do anything. So it's really weird, but it is pretty good for the deck, at least for the Link monster. Next up is Shaddoll Ryu. It's a continuous trap card. It's a miracle fusion. Basically, it lets you fuse from your field or graveyard, but the monster can't attack directly, and then you can send one monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as a summon monster to the graveyard. I don't know if Shaddolls want this. I could see a situation where it would be like nice, as of like, haha, I'm not dead yet. You summon Construct and get free value, and then if they redeclare attack, Construct blows it up if it's a special summon monster. Oh wait, no, it's during the main phase. Never mind, this card's awful. I don't like this card. And yeah, that's it for today. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. If you want to send us any cool deck profiles or replays, our email's in the description. And as always, have a wonderful day.